Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to tell you guys the story of the time that I found out I was pregnant at 16 years old. I'm currently 5 months pregnant, and I'm just going to tell you guys really fast how I met my baby's dad and how I told my parents and how I found out I was pregnant. And I just recently found out what I'm having. I'm going to tell you guys. At the end of the video, I'm going to insert a clip of my gender reveal because I did have a gender reveal, so I'm going to insert that clip. But right now, I'm just going to tell you guys really quick. Sorry, the one thing I did gain, though, that I am going to tell you guys is a lot of pounds because I keep eating like crazy. Like, if I start eating throughout this video, please forgive me. Like, I'm not trying to, like, be a fat ass. I just fucking am so hungry, and I'm hungry all the time, okay? I get so hungry. So let's start off with how I met my baby's dad. As soon as I turned 16, I got a job because I'm in age of having a job. And I was doing really good in school, so my teacher gave me a work permit. So that worked out perfectly fine. I ended up meeting him at this place that we both started working at. I don't work there anymore. And we met through a mutual friend. Basically, we met through a mutual friend. It started off, I still remember, it was a Saturday. We both had a morning shift, and I've never seen him for the 4 or 5 months that I was working there. I never saw him ever, and I like literally see everyone. Well, not everyone, but like I know, like if I saw their face, I would probably be like, yeah, I know that person, you know. But I never saw him ever. And then I was like, oh, he's probably new. And then I asked him like how long he was working here for, and he said 2 years. And I was like, 2 years? What the fuck? I never saw you. And he's like, yeah, I've been working here for 2 years. And I was like, damn, why? But anyways, I remember we both had a morning shift. The same day that I ever saw him was the same day that we met. So it was the end of our shift, and I was in the like break area waiting for my ride. And my friend that we both know, he came up to me, he started talking to me, and we just had like a regular conversation. And then that's when my boyfriend passed by, and that's when I first met him. He passed by, and then our friend, he was like going like this to him, telling him like to come over and like join our conversation for some reason, which I thank him for though, because that's how I met him, and now I'm pregnant. But yeah, he started talking to me, like me and him started bonding like instantly. Like we started talking, we were like cracking jokes, and like he was making me laugh, and I was like making him laugh. So it was like, I don't know, it's just like, you know, those people that you meet and you instantly bond like right away, and you're like, what's your sign? We're like alike, so I thought he was like just like me. So I thought he was like I thought he was a Leo because I'm a Leo. So whatever, he's not. He's a Cancer. I do remember that I was like I do remember that my ride was hella lagging. So I was like, okay, like what the fuck is wrong with this? Is no one gonna pick me up or what the fuck? So then I do remember my manager passed by, and she was like, hey, you're still here? And I was like, yeah, my ride isn't here yet. And she was like, since your ride's not here, like, do you mind working for 2 more hours? And I was like, what, bitch? No. I remember like someone, they texted me and they were like, hey, I'm gonna be a little late, like probably an hour late, can you hold on? And I was like, I'll just work for that, like those 2 hours that she said, I guess, like it's more money, you know. So I was like, yeah. And then I went up to my manager and I told her like, yeah, I could work for 2 more hours. And she's like, oh my god, thank you. So I ended up working, and then I ended up seeing him again. He went inside like the break area, and he came back out, and I was still there like waiting for my manager to, I think she sent me like on a 10-minute break before I went to go to work. So I was like on a 10-minute break, and he came back out. He went into the break area, he came back out, and then he was like, oh, you're still here? And I was like, yeah, I'm about to go back into work because my manager just like asked me if I could stay. And he was like, damn, like really? And I was like, yeah. So I'm working. And then that's when we started talking even more. And then he asked for my Snapchat, and I was like, yeah, I'll give it to you. So I gave it to him. And then like I had to go because like I was on a 10-minute break. So then I was like, okay, I have to go now. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. And then he's like, I'll see you around. And I was like, I don't think so, because I've never seen you. So then I do remember that same night he texted me, and I thought it was just like, oh, can I get your Snap? You know, like I didn't think of anything serious. And I was like, he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, what did I say? This happened last year. He texted me that same night, and he said, hey, how was work? And that's when we started talking, because of that picture that he's like, that message that he sent me. We started talking off of there, and I was like, we were just texting back and forth, and then we ended up saying like, oh, do you want to like hang out someday? And I was like, yeah, I'm down. And then he was like, oh, we should go to Balboa and like ride scooters. And I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. I'll hit you up when I'm off. So then we ended up like meeting. I ended up meeting him. Or he picked me up at my house. He ended up picking me up at my house, and then we went to Balboa to ride some scooters. And then like I spent like the whole afternoon with him, and then we ended up going to Five Guys. So that's how I met him. That was just like a little background of how I met him. And if you guys want me to like go in more, like there's more to that story, but I just don't want to say everything because this video is gonna be long as fuck. So if you guys want me to do like a story time of how I met him with him next to me, you should let me know. By the way, he doesn't know about this YouTube channel, so if he ever finds out, I'm gonna kill myself, because I have some videos of myself, really embarrassing, on this channel, and I do not want him to know about it. So that's how I ended up meeting him. Then like months started passing by, and then we ended up like keep talking, like every single day we would hang out too. And then like I started to notice like things got more serious, and then he started noticing too. And then he would ask me like, are you talking to someone? I was like, no, I'm not talking to anyone. And I would ask him, are you? He was like, no. And I was like, okay, like let's keep it that way. And he was like, yeah. Like that's how we ended up making it official. So now I'm gonna tell you the story of the time that I found out I was pregnant. So it started off in March. I usually get my periods like in the middle of the month, or if not in the ending of the month, you know what I mean? But they don't come, like I don't have a specific day. Like most girls, I know most girls are like, oh, my period's coming, it's gonna come on March 25th. It's gonna come on March 25th. Mine aren't like that. So I was like, never thinking of it. Pregnancy like never ever crossed my mind. I never thought that I was pregnant. It like never crossed my mind. So it was like March 15th, like I said, I get in the middle of the month, and I started getting symptoms of like my period coming. Or that's like, I don't know, these are the symptoms for pregnancy also, but these are the symptoms I started getting. Like cravings, I got cramps, and then my boobs were like sore, and I'm out of breath. So if you hear me like breathing like so hard, it's because I'd be running out of hella breath. Oh, I'm about to get my period, I'm getting my symptoms, and it's like usual things, and I think my back was hurting also. So I was like, fuck, I hate getting my period because I get the worst fucking cramps ever, like so bad. Then I started to realize, I didn't realize, like my period did not come on the 15th, and it was around the 15th, like 16th, it did not come. So then the 17th, the 18th came, and it still wasn't coming, and still pregnancy was not crossing my mind. Like, oh shit, maybe you're pregnant, bitch. Like, no, like that should never cross my mind. So I was like, oh, it's gonna come like later on, like the 20th, 24th, 25th. Nope, it didn't. That's when I started realizing that I might be pregnant, when this app that I have that tracks my periods, I have that app because like when I go to the doctors, they always ask me like, when was your last period? And I always forget, and I don't want to be looking stupid. So I had that app. I got a notification from that app, and it said, don't forget to track your period. And I clicked on it, and then it said a week late. So I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I didn't even realize I'm a week late, because I just like kept getting symptoms. And I usually get those symptoms for like when I'm about to start my period. I get these symptoms, and my period doesn't come until like 5 days later. So that's why I thought what was happening. And then that's when I started realizing like, oh shit, like I'm a week late. Like I was supposed to get my period like a week ago, and I haven't gotten it. So then it was the 26th, 25th, and then that's when I started telling my boyfriend, like, I haven't gotten my period, and I'm like, it's almost the end of the month. And then he was like, how long can a girl go without having her period before it's considered late? So I'm guessing he meant like how long can I like go without having it before it's considered like I'm pregnant, like you should start worrying about pregnancy. But then I was like, oh, I think I still have to like the end of the month. Like if it doesn't come on the end of the month, that's because I was like, but I still have like a week. It was like we were in the 20th. So I was like, oh, I still have a week, like maybe I'm tripping, like now I'm stressing, and that's what's probably delaying my period. So he's like, yeah, you're right. And then we didn't think about it, and then it started coming like 27, 28, and that's when I was like, dude, like it's 3 more days and freaking March is over and I haven't gotten my period. He's like, let's go get a pregnancy test. And I was like, what? A pregnancy test? Me trying to act like I'm a fucking angel. I was like confused. I was like, what? A pregnancy? I was like, no, I don't want to take a pregnancy test. He's like, why? Like, don't you want to know like if you're pregnant or not? And I was like, no. Like, I was too scared. So I was like, hell no. So then he was like, let's just go. Like, let's just say that like if you're not pregnant, what did I say? He was like, let's just go, and then like so you can get that out of your mind. And we went to Target. We ended up going to Target. I bought the test. He bought the test, and we ended up going to the family room in Target. And I ended up taking it like in the bathroom because I couldn't wait anymore, and I wasn't gonna go home with the pregnancy test and take it there. So that's why I wanted to do it like at Target. So he went with me into the family like restroom, and we took it, and it said to wait 3 minutes. So we waited 3 minutes, and then I was like, okay, it's time. And then he was like, yeah, let's look at it. And then when we turned around, like it was 2 lines, and my face was like, and then his face was like, I'm just kidding. That's what happened though, like literally. And I was like, no, this is not true. Like, I was in denial. Like, I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. Like, I can't be pregnant. It doesn't make sense. I was like, no, like, that's not true. I was like, that's bullshit. Let's buy another one. I made him buy another one. That one said positive. And then I was like, no, like, I still didn't believe it. I was like, no, it's not true. So then I was like, let's just wait until until April actually gets here, and then let's start freaking out. I was like, it's still the 29th. Maybe I get my period tomorrow. And he was like, okay, if you want, like, bitch, you're pregnant, but I mean, what do you expect, you know? So I was like, no, it's not true. Like, let's just wait. So then the next day came, I didn't get my period, so I was like, fuck. And then that's when April 1st came. And I was like thinking, like, I still didn't think that I was pregnant. And I was telling him, like, no, I'm not pregnant. Like, that test is just I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. That test is just tripping. So then it was April, like the whole week of April, I took a test, and I was taking tests and tests and tests constantly. I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning, I was thinking of abortion, and I was like thinking of taking that pill because I was still like 6 or 7 weeks, I think. And I heard that the baby didn't have a heartbeat until like 8 weeks. So I was like, man, I have to take it now. Like, we don't want it to have a heartbeat and then like me take the pill, you know? So that did cross my mind. We talked about it, and I would tell him like, I don't think I'm ready for this, you know? And he would be like, well, it's whatever you want. He was totally supportive. He was like, it's whatever you want to do. If you want to keep it, then I'll be there for you. But if you don't, then I'll still be there for you. So then I think I'm just gonna do like a different story time of how I told my parents. One, because it's emotional as fuck for me, and two, this video is already like 20 minutes long, so I don't want to keep like, you know. But I'm gonna tell you how I ended up not going through with the abortion. It was because, like, one, I did not have it in my heart to abort my baby, and two, I told my mom about like that I was thinking of abortion, and she was totally against that, and she told me that she was not going to be there for me, and if I do decide to keep the baby, that she was going to be there for me and have my back and like support me. But if I ended up having an abortion, that to not count on her for anything, and to not count on like going to the clinic and getting the pill, and like you have to like bleed, I guess, like after. She told me also like the after pain, and that when I'm in pain, like for the abortion pill, because I think it hurts, I think. She told me that not to count with her with that pain, and she basically told me not to count on her for the abortion. So I was also thinking, like, should I do it or should I not? I was, really confused state. But then I do remember one morning I woke up wanting to keep the baby, and I'm pretty sure that was a sign from God, to keep it, because for the past, that whole month, I was just in a confused like situation. I didn't know if I should keep it or not. I just do remember waking up one morning and just saying, like, I'm gonna keep this kid. So, okay guys, that was the end of my pregnancy / how I met my boyfriend, like, background. There's still more like parts of the story, but I just wanted to get this up. I do want to record like my pregnancies and stuff, even though I haven't been recording like much stuff for the past 5 months. But also, I did not tell anyone up to now. I'm 5 months pregnant, and no one knows. None of my friends, not my family, like the rest of like my relatives and all of them, they didn't know until 3 months. And then I recently just posted on Snapchat that I was pregnant like a month ago. So now everyone does know now. And I'm pretty sure like other people are like reposting like my story and stuff. So I'm pretty sure everyone knows. And now I'm posting this video. Now the whole world knows. And that's the secret that I kept for the 5 months. I didn't tell my parents until like a month that I was pregnant, I think. And that's when I had to like actually make a decision, like, do I keep the baby or not? So yes, I'm keeping the baby. I ended up keeping the baby. And I am gonna make another story time of how I met I'm gonna make another story time on how I told my parents, both of them, and how my siblings reacted, how his family reacted, and what else? Other stuff that I did not include in this video. I'm gonna add it to the next video that I have. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. So yeah, that was my story time of how I found out I was pregnant at 16. I'm gonna insert the clip of my gender reveal so you guys know what I am having right now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.